Hey everyone, welcome back to Comic Frontline. Jay here with another TV Time review. Tonight I'm reviewing the Gotham pilot episode. That's right, the most anticipated pilot of the year as far as Fox is concerned has aired tonight. And what did I think of it? Well, let me first tell you what happened in it, and then I'll go on to my thoughts on it. So what happened was, we open up to Selena Kyle, Robin, someone. Dwayne's get shot. They don't actually get shot. They get murdered. I'm going to call it a murder because normally they get, it's a robbery going bad and they wind up getting shot in the process. This was a straight out murder. I know that that's what they're going to build up to, and they even alluded to that in the show. But right from the very beginning, when I saw the way he did it, I knew it was going to be played out as a murder. So they wasn't even clever enough to hide that right in the very beginning. So then it goes on, we introduce to the Gotham PD, Harvey Bullock, James Gordon, new partners. Harvey is the veteran who doesn't like James. James is a good guy who sees corruption and doesn't like it. He tries to play by the rules as he was taught the rules. And we find out that James's father used to be a DA in the town, and he was killed by a drunk driver, and James saw it. So they get called to the Wayne case. James goes right over and talks to Bruce, who hasn't said a word since the murders, but opens up to James Gordon. Harvey right away, as soon as he finds out it's the Waynes, he sees them. He's like, I don't want on here. Call them major crimes, let them handle it. But James has already talked to the witness, so it's their case now. And Harvey is, I'm going to get to Harvey later, actually. Then we meet the Major Crimes Unit, which is Renee Montoya and Crispin Allen. Crispin Allen is the guy who would become the Spectra, the second Spectra in the Queen 52, and who was also Renee Montoya's partner. Then we get, they butt heads because they want the case, but they insult Harvey, so Harvey's like, you know what, screw you, I'm keeping the case. We go on, he seeks out his source, who is Fish Mooney, and we're introduced to some of the crime element there. We introduced to Fish Mooney and the Penguin. At the Gotham PD, we're introduced to Edward Nygma, who is a forensic scientist or a forensic investigator. They didn't say which one really he was. Throughout the Fish Mooney provides a clue to Harvey, who's a drunk, and it leads him to a guy who turns out to be Poison Ivy's father, and he gets shot. We find out he's framed because the Penguin tells Renee Montoya, who then tells Barbara Keene, who Harvey Bullock calls Barbara Keene, even though she is not Barbara Keene. She's supposed to be Barbara Keene, but the guy who's playing Harvey Bullock, Donald Logue, actually calls her Kane. I don't care what they try to cover up with it. He clearly says Kane. I saw it 3 times. He says Kane. So James finds out through Barbara that Gotham PD and Fish Mooney actually framed it. Goes confronts Montoya, then goes confronts Harvey, and figures out, you know what, I'm going to bring this case to a close because I promised that little boy I would find his parents' killers. In the end, he gets, Fish Mooney tries to kill him, but Falcone says, no, because Falcone and Gordon's father were friends back in the day, and Gordon has to fake kill the Penguin in order to save face and prove that he's playing with the team. Gordon tells Bruce, the city's corrupt, the police are corrupt, we didn't find your father, Gotham PD framed the innocent man and had us kill him. I didn't know about it, but I'm going to try to work from the inside and fulfill my promise, bring your parents' murders to light, and try to clean up the Gotham PD in the process if I can. But I need you to keep the secret for me while, I do that. And Bruce, of course, agrees, and that's the end of the episode. Oh, and then you see Penguin again at the end because he didn't die. We already knew that. But what did I actually think about this? First, I want to say I didn't like the change. Some of the things I did like about it, I didn't think I was going to like. Some of the things I thought I was going to like, I wound up, I didn't think I was going to like, I wound up liking. So it was like kind of an opposite thing. I liked what I thought I wasn't, and what I thought I wasn't, I actually did like. I'm going to talk about the negatives. I didn't like that Selena Kyle was there when Bruce Wayne's parents got killed. Okay? I don't know, just something felt wrong about her being there. And she's a little girl who's already Catwoman because she's scaling the ladders like a professional and everything like that. She's basically Catwoman already, taking care of cats and stuff. And then we got, she also goes to the funeral, which she's just creepily standing on top of like a statue or something like that, watching this little kid suffering in the funeral. I also didn't like Harvey. Harvey was the one character I thought that they would be able to get right because, Donald Logue looks a lot like Harvey Bullock. But I don't like that they got him so corrupt. He is very corrupt. I don't see this as someone that Gordon would bring into his inner circle later on. Like, unless this is going to be like the redemption of Harvey Bullock, through seeing James Gordon rise in power, Harvey Bullock, learns, this is what it really means to be a cop. I can be a good cop again like I wanted to be years ago. I think that's where they're going with it, but I don't like it because Harvey Bullock's always been a by-the-books cop. He's never taken any of that stuff. And I didn't like that he was, very complacent about letting, criminals get away with stuff, flirting with Fish Mooney, and being okay that they framed and killed an innocent man in the murder of the Waynes. I didn't like any of that with Harvey Bullock. Gordon, I actually liked. He was the character I thought I wouldn't like. He is very true to his character. Even when you think he's going to be untrue, he winds up being true to who James Gordon is. But there was little slips. Like, I think he wouldn't have played along at all to being a murderer or a dirty cop. He would have been like, no, this is ending here. I don't care. So I think that was a little bit out of character. But all in all, he was a pretty good character. Kat mentioned her advanced review of this that there were a lot of name drops, and there was, because you get like the Poison Ivy, the Selena Kyle you only get to see, you don't get to mention her name, but Crispin Allen is only called Allen in here, Renee Montoya, Edward Nigma, we get so many people that were just dropped here and there, Falcone even, I mean, it was just like, they just did it to be like, look, yeah, look, we got all these characters. Yeah, you know that character from the comic book? He's in here. Yeah, she's in here too. That's that little girl. That's Poison Ivy. That's why we named her Ivy already. It was kind of very blatant in your face. There was really no rhyme or reason to it. Overall, though, it's better than I thought it was going to be, but not as good as they hoped it would be. So, I'm going to give it a little bit above average score with 3.5 stars, and I say give it a try. Give it a few episodes, see if they can work out the bugs, because especially with the pilot, it's a little bit off on the pilot sometimes. So I'm going to give it, a good chance. I'm going to give it a good solid run before I write it off and say I'm done with it, because I do like the characters, and I actually do like that James Gordon is a likable character. So once again, my score for this is 3.5, and I'm giving it an on-the-fence try. Well, those are my thoughts. Now I want to know what yours are in the comments below. Also, like this video, subscribe to Comic Frontline, check out and subscribe to my channel, The Comic Book Theater. Check out Comic Frontline, the site, for all the latest previews, reviews, news, and interviews. For even more news on all things related to comics, comicrelated.com is your source for all your comic book needs with daily updates. And don't forget to like and follow me and Comic Frontline on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. I'll include all these links in the description below. Until then, I'll catch you in the next review.